If your child is at mainstream primary school, he or she must go to a mainstream secondary school. If your child is at a special primary school, he or she must go to a special secondary school. True or false?
It is false, definitely. Because kids do go from special school back into mainstream, and vice versa. So.
Yeah, it's all about looking at the needs of the child at the time and whether the needs are being met appropriately.
Which is why you have the review.
Yeah.
And there's a
first
big
place, isn't it?
difference in the primary to secondary.
Oh.
There could have been a little small primary and then a massive comp. And they could have, your child can be fine at primary and think the thought of a big comprehensive is a bit scary sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, and also you have to look at sort of social things as well. How well will your child be socially integrated into the secondary school, whereas they might be doing fine in the primary school, but then everybody's sort of together in the primary school, aren't they? They're like a class and they do things all together, whereas at secondary they're going off here, they're going off there, they're doing different things and moving around the building. You don't want to be in a position where your child's literally with the support worker all the time and not with their peers.
Yeah.
And they're so well known in primary with the teachers, aren't they, and the children, whereas they could just be a bit lost, couldn't they?
That's false, yeah. In practice, it happens more often that children do stay in the same type of school, but there's absolutely no reason why they couldn't move between the two. It quite often happens as well that children are fairly happy in mainstream primary, but by the time they get to secondary, depending on the level of complexity of their need, may need a more specialised environment. So you can go from mainstream primary into secondary special. Not many people would go the other way around. There will not be many children who start off in mainstream, in special primary and move to secondary mainstream. But in theory it can be done. The only thing I would say is that if your child goes to mainstream secondary and then you change your mind once they're in there, it is then more difficult sometimes to get them into the secondary because all the places will have filled up at the normal age of transfer. But it's not a reason for not trying. If you do find yourselves in a situation where you're not happy with the school, do something about it and you might be okay.